Hey there, guys, it's the Missionaries. My name is Elder Smith, and I'm Elder Carr. And I'm from the greatest state in the Union, Arizona.
And I'm from Washington, D.C.
We wanted to share a little message with you guys today about one of our favorite scripture heroes, right? Captain Moroni. So, unfortunately, because of COVID, right, we can't be at church and do these fun activities with you guys, but we thought we could make a little video for you guys and kind of give you a little activity, right? So we wanted to discuss a little bit about Captain Moroni and kind of the great leader he was. Now, if you guys remember in the scriptures, right, Captain Moroni, he was a great leader, commander of many of the Nephite armies, right? And during this time, there was a lot of wars and a lot of bad things going on. And there was a bad guy named Amalickiah, and he was turning away many of the good people. He was tricking them into believing false doctrine and false things. But Captain Moroni stayed firm and fast. And he needed something to do because the Nephites were beginning to worry because the Lamanites were building up these great big armies. And Amalickiah was becoming the leader, and he was taking away many different people. And so, if you guys remember, Captain Moroni, he took off his coat and he did this thing called the title of liberty, which is a great example of us to kind of remember during our hard times, especially right now, right? Even though we can't go to primary and have our fun times and sing songs, right? We can still stay good and remember what we're supposed to, right? So we're gonna read a little bit about Captain Moroni and the title of liberty, and then we're gonna make our own little title of liberty. Kind of do a quick little basic how-to at home, so that way you guys can do it at your own house, right? And so we're gonna turn to the scriptures, right? In Alma chapter 46, and we're gonna read verses 12 and 13. And so before it's kind of Amalickiah going around and turning the hearts of many of the people to bad. But then afterward, this is kind of Captain Moroni's response, and such a great response. Elder Carr, do you mind reading verses 12 and 13 for us?
Yeah. And it came to pass that he rent his coat, and he took a piece thereof, and wrote upon it, in memory of our God, our religion, and freedom, in our peace, our wives, and our children. And he fastened it upon the end of a pole. And he fastened it upon his headplate, and his breastplate, and his shields, and girded up his armor about his loins. And he took the pole which had on the end thereof his rent coat, and he called it the title of liberty. And he bowed himself to the earth, and he prayed mightily unto God for the blessings of liberty to rest upon his brethren, so long as there should a band of Christians remain to possess the land.
Right, so basically from the scripture, Amalickiah was coming with his Nephite armies, and the Nephites were really, really afraid and scared. They didn't know what to do. But Captain Moroni, being a man of God, he knew exactly what to do. So just like it said, he rent his coat. So he took his coat off, and he wrote some special things down, and he held it. And he placed it at every single spot for the Nephites to remember why they were fighting, why they were continuing, right? And so we're going to make a little title of liberty ourselves, so that way we can remember why we're fighting during this coronavirus and why we got to keep going, right? So all you're going to need for this cool little activity, at least if you're going to make it somewhat like us, you're going to just need a piece of paper, you're going to need a marker, a little stick, pole, ruler, whatever you want to use, just something to act as the shaft, and then some tape at the end, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to write exactly what Captain Moroni wrote on the title of liberty, right? And Elder Carr, would you mind reading that out for me?
In memory of our God, our religion, and freedom, and our peace, our wives, and our children.
Nice. All right, so my marker died halfway through, so that's great. But as you can see, right, we wrote on here that we have the nice little title of liberty. So you guys can kind of see that. You can see exactly where the marker died. So sorry for that. I should have tried the marker out. But what we're going to do now, we're going to take our little title of liberty. We're going to place it on the back. We're going to put it on our stick on the right side over here. And we're going to take the tape. Take a little bit of tape. Kind of post it on there. Do one or two just to make sure that it's nice and steady for us. And then we can pick it up, make sure all the tape's folded over, and voila, we got our little title of liberty here, our little flag. And so we kind of got a little jar full of Orbeez here that we're going to stick it in. We kind of have this over just hanging around the house sometimes. And so this can kind of be our little reminder for us to remember what we're fighting for, right? Our freedom, our religions. We're fighting for our God, just like Captain Moroni. This title can give us peace and hope during these times. So we wanted just to share a little activity with you guys about one of our favorite scripture heroes, Captain Moroni, and give you guys a little activity to do at home. And so we invite you guys to do that and kind of share with us what you thought, right? And please always give us a holler, okay? All right. Stay good, guys. Ate mais.